So my name is Andrei, as Marco said. I'm not an expert just to give you on energy or self-sufficiency, but I was, like I said, the only idiot left in the room who will work with that. They're learning. What I'm learning that energy self-sufficiency is a complex issue. Now we'll talk about that later, but it's easier to put solar panels or a great power, but how to manage the power and how to manage the power inside the city is more complex issue than per site. So this is the first question: why? Kočevje is the biggest municipality in Slovenia, and it's surrounded by 86% is covered by forest. So we have great nature, amazing outdoor experience, wildlife, and the idea to become self-sufficient, become clean energy, it's because we want to keep it that way. And that's the first question: why we want to do it. So you all know, I think, don't know about the Green Deal and what it's representing. The idea is really simple, but if you get in it, it's really complex issue. Good. Okay. So the Kočevje is really open to the idea what really represents. So the strategy, our energy strategy, aligns itself with the Green Deal as it's presented, and strategy about EU. So 2030, yeah, we want to be or become self-sufficient as a city. And we see what we've already done and what our goals are. So, the idea about self-sufficient, about heating system, direct heating system, started in 2002, so 22 years ago. The problem was that the technology back then was not there yet, so we couldn't implement it. But in 2009, 2010, the project started, and now we have district heating system to nearly 100% renewable energy. Aleš from Kočevje is part of that as a company owned by municipality who manages the municipal forest. We are the third largest owner of the forest in Slovenia. So the idea was that how to use wood waste that come from the industry to direct heating system in the municipality. And at first, really people were really against it. Because two things. The investment in direct heating system was really high compared to other investments like natural gas or something like that. And the second one, that the prices at the beginning were really high. Why? Because the direct heating system works, the more houses and the more industry you connect to the system, the lower the prices. So the prices were really high. Of course, everyone was against it because give us natural gas or give us electricity, that's okay. But what in the last 2 years, that return on investment really came to life because the war in Ukraine, natural gas went up and the market went crazy. So what we managed to do is that the prices were lower, and the most important thing for our municipality was that we control the price. And the company called us when electricity went up, when gas went up. What will you do? How is the proper prices for the direct heating system? I say the prices are the same. Don't worry. So now we're becoming, because we control that price, we're becoming more and more greater opportunity for other investments in the city because we have that. But like I said, 20 years ago, it sounded like a bad idea. We want to expand the system. Now we have connected around 1,500 houses and all the, well, let's say 90% of the industry is integrated to the direct heating system. The next step, expanding it and make it more efficient with solar panels. The second, what we did was, or in the beginning, we don't have an upgrade, but in the beginning, with the solar panels on the roofs of our public institutions like kindergarten, like communal service, 2 houses, and so on. So we started that 4 years ago, and we are switching to electric vehicles and so on. So we are at the beginning of the solar panel usage, and for the last 10 years, we have awareness campaigns, not just how much electricity you produce, but how much you spend it. So what we want to do is to bring awareness to the people that small steps are helping to improve the usage. You don't need enough energy. At the other end, we don't have to produce it. So, and I think financial initiatives for the promoting energy saving practices and for the financial, we put financial energy for energy efficient heating systems in the own houses. In general, that's you get 5,000 to 10,000 euros for electric heating system or something like that. So that's what we were. The main focus was now what we want to do. You don't. I don't know. Did you meet our mayor? No. Okay. He's the person with big dreams. His idea is go big or go home. So we have like a lot of ideas and a lot of big ideas. Some are more realistic, some are less, but we have to have dreams. So in the first, which is really a realistic extended solar power capacity, near Escava on the right, we are building 5 megawatts solar power plant with private investment fund. That power plant will go to 10 megawatts next year, and within 2 years, we are hoping to go to 20 megawatts solar power plant with the hybrid system, meaning 20 megawatts battery capacity. So we are saving the energy and reproducing, and the energy will be used mainly for industry. As a municipality, we want to build 3 megawatts solar power plant by ourselves on the public roofs and on degraded areas where you cannot build. But now the law changed in Slovenia that you can build in that area. So we have some tender tenders. We are hoping that tenders this year will get some EU money for building the power plant. But what the greater idea is that building the power plant is the easiest way and easy. But how you manage the electricity, how you manage the power is a different problem. Because a lot of municipalities in Slovenia and in Europe, well, they build it but they don't know how to use the energy sources. Because the best way to have power plant is to use all the energy you produce. And that's the problem. Because some of the projects weren't really thinking through it. So the problem was that when in the summer, when the energy producing is the highest, most of the public institutions are closed. Schools, kindergarten, and so on. And now you have a real problem. Like Netherlands started to tax people who are putting the energy back to the grid. And I think Romania and Germany and other countries have followed that too. So that's why it's a complex issue. That you can build electricity power grid, but if you don't use the whole electricity, you are producing, you have a problem. And that's why we could apply for the grant in April, but we stopped because we don't have. And you have to reconsider that when you go on the path of green energy, that you have to change everything. So we have right now municipality 15 our own vehicles. We have to change to electrical if you want to go that way. So it's not only that you build a power plant, but how will you manage it and how will the municipality adapt to that situation. That's the really biggest problem. So that's on the solar, but all the other companies are also investing heavily in solar power. I think Igor will say something about that. And Aleš is building the solar power plant itself. So we'll have enough electricity. In Kočevje, thank God, the main national company for electric is building another power grid, so that will be sufficient. First, we want to change the health system and the communal service with electrical vehicles. That's the idea. Get rid of the produced energy, and we'll continue to explore the options. One of the ideas, the Lisnever mountain, that's there. The idea is to build hydroponics and storage capacity. The good thing is that the artificial lake is already in our plans, but the investment is really high. It's like 150 million euros. So we'll have the talks in 2 weeks' time with the investment firm about the project. If can get it there, but if we can, well, the calculated high capacity is 200 megawatts, which is more than enough for our municipality, basically for our whole region. So with that, we could be self-sufficient. And what the project will be now, we are going to some other country to see how this works in them, but we will see. That's the plan for next 20 years, not for the next 2 years. That idea is growing for the greenhouses the last 10 years in Kočevje, because Kočevje climate and with the climate change is really bad for the growing agriculture. So the idea is to build large greenhouses to be self-sufficient, food self-sufficient. But 10 years ago we didn't have technology. So the idea is always upgrading, making a new project, but now it's idea is this. So greenhouses will be automated and robotics because we have a lot of problems with people, working people, and nobody wants to work in agriculture. And we are talking with Ministry of Agriculture to support the project and with some local businesses, as well as Scala company, because they manufacturing robots. So the idea, like I said, was 10 years ago, but now I think it could be done. So that's a big project. And of course, like I said, the thing you have to have in municipality is the people to understand the grid transition, understand how to manage the solar energy. That's why we are working first with business incubator, they're teaching robotics, I think, but not how to teach kids new technologies. So from the first grade of elementary school, but not only that, municipality, with this project, we need like an energy manager because I'm not the expert on the field. And like I said, I'm still reading about it, but it's more complex issue. And we have to have some programs in the future to people can understand it. People have the real knowledge of it, like the greenhouses. You have to be based on agriculture, but you have to have knowledge of robotics, energy efficiency, and so on. So we need people with new skills, and that's why we work with the educational system, because unfortunately, the educational system in Slovenia is not there yet. We have fields of robotics and so on, but in my opinion, we have to learn about technology, new technology in every class possible, because even the maintenance guy in this building has to go with laptops and not with screwdrivers. So that's the future, and we're working with the educational system, bringing new programs to Chile that we can achieve that. Because you need people, and that's the main idea. So this project can be really successful, and now, to be honest, we don't have it. That's why it has to go not only building the power energy with solar plants, but educating the people how to manage it, how to use it. And we are back to the Green Deal. So what we find is really unbelievable that we don't have, like you have here, but we don't have connecting goals with other countries. We should have the cooperating system with all of the countries. EU is not there, so each country is by itself working. So, for example, Germany or someone like that is really advanced, but now they experience problems. We should be set as EU law should be for you, not for it can't by itself. And regulatory is like you can do something for Germany, but you can't in Slovenia. So it's much harder to achieve Green Deal on that higher basics. That's the problem, but we're getting there. So let me finish that we are committed to green transition, and actually we have projects, we have the idea how to, now we need the money and the people. Simple as that. And we hope that the working both of them. So I think we can keep our nature intact and acceptable.